What is up, guys? Welcome to the vlog. Good morning.
It's just a static electricity. It's us moving to the sound. Your hips are alive. My breakfast. I've almost finished most of it. Today is day one of the detox, which means that I'm gonna be doing these every morning. It's cabbage, broccoli, cabbage. What else? Carrots, tomatoes, apples, strawberries, and bananas. So the apple, strawberry, and bananas is what makes this kind of doable. The broccoli, cabbage, and then tomatoes kind of 50-50. Cause I could really taste the broccoli though. Like really, don't let the color fool you guys. It tastes like broccoli. Ugh. But anyways, so what happened this morning, I had to move my car out of the parking garage here because they were acid washing the floors, which made me get up in the morning. And I found street parking. Luckily, in LA, finding street parking is freaking impossible, but I found one. So I'm probably gonna finish my breakfast. And then take a nap. Day one. It's a big, huge, gigantic bowl of salad with vinaigrette dressing. Very little bit of vinaigrette dressing. Yeah. So right now this salad is delicious. Let's see how long it'll take until I get into the trap again, guys. I'm sorry. I started another drama. So I've been doing nothing but watching TV. Darn it, but I'm gonna finish this pretty soon, and hopefully we'll get along with the day. Or it's already night, but this came today. Yes. So this is from Baidig. Remember I told you that they were gonna send me a new memory card and a battery. Oh, what the hell? They did. You see my belly? It don't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. See what's in here, guys. I'm sorry my face is not on camera, but so this is my my Kershaw blur, one of my favorite Kershaws of all time. You look at that edge. I put that on there with a whetstone. Yay. So what do we have here? That is freaking awesome. So I got the Sony card right here. And then, yes, NPPX1. I got the Bauer replacement Sony battery. 1600 milliamp. It's 1800 milliamp.
That was really fast shipping.
Yeah, I know, that was insanely fast shipping.
Yeah.
That was insanely fast. So this battery is for this camera you see right here. But this, would you look at this? It looks so beautiful. So beautiful. Alright guys, so that's it. That is it. Time to go on to the restaurant review. I just want to update you on what's going on. I didn't edit the restaurant video yet. I'll go ahead and edit that probably tonight and get it out for you guys today so you can watch. Did you see my new setup? I'm pretty sure you guys did, but this is how I rock my MacBook right there. And then I have the keyboard down here and all that. But that's how I rock my MacBook for editing, which I should actually do editing on my PC because I do have triple monitor setup here, which would be perfect for like importing data and stuff. Yeah, I was playing Hearthstone. But anyways, yeah, there we go. I don't really want to spring for Adobe Premiere yet. I'm sorry that it hasn't been exciting for my vlogs, but I will soon be able to do stuff that is more content fun, I guess. Content enriched, content rich, fun stuff. Long time, no chat, I guess I could say. I haven't used this setup in quite a bit of time. This is my PC setup, and I'm using this because I have a condenser microphone that picks up noise very well, or at least my voice. Because today is one of those slow days, I decided I'm going to review a restaurant that I went to. I went to several, so there'll be a few of these. If this is not your jazz, then you could just skip this video. But I'm talking about MomoFuku. Alright, so let's get on with it. This is MomoFuku, at least the entrance of it. This was at Cosmopolitan at Vegas. So there's a MomoFuku in New York. which is pretty much, I think, where it started. There's one in Washington, D.C., one in Las Vegas, one in Sydney, and one in Toronto. I went to the one in Las Vegas. Alright, so in the New York store, their steam buns are $13. Just grabbing a few things here. Their bowls, $17. It seems like the average price is just about, it's kind of pricey. For their New York store, the noodle bar at MomoFuku. So at the Vegas location, if we look at buns, the price is not too different. So the restaurant is pricey. Let's go to buns here. $7, $8, $6, $7. So again, the bun is 1 per order. I'm pretty sure if you got it at the New York location, it'd be 2 per order. So you're looking at $14, $16, $12, and $14. The price does not seem to change too much here. The noodles itself, let's check here. Yeah, 17, 18. It doesn't seem to be much different from the New York location. So the price, all right, so I can talk about the price then. If you take a look at the menu here, yeah, that is a pretty pricey meal to pay for, no matter what location you're in, I guess, because I checked the New York as well as the Vegas. The prices are similar. A little disappointing because if the prices are going to be this high, I expect like perfection, and I don't want to ruin the spoiler, but I'm going to rate all these restaurants out of 100. 50% of it's going to be service. The other 50% of it's going to be taste and presentation. So let's go with service. Just the restaurant itself in general, the service was fantastic. They were friendly enough. I'm not going to say they were like super friendly because, I mean, they were closed one day. I guess they rented out the whole restaurant to somebody or a team of movie goers, I believe, or something like that. And you know, they weren't very apologetic about it. They just didn't give a crap. So again, friendliness kind of takes a hit, but then when you're sitting in the restaurant, the service was good. So I guess you'll take a hit, kind of, the very beginning portions of it. But we'll give a good solid 47 out of 50 for the service. Let's see here. We started off with a cucumber salad. Anyways, so you guys see this cucumber right here. It's really hard to tell from the picture, but it's very large cuts of cucumber with, like, I don't know, some seasoning on it. The seasoning wasn't bad. The problem was that there was this slimy green rub on the cucumber that made the cucumber a lot more slimier than it had to. Now, I'm a huge fan of cucumbers, and they kind of ruined it for me here. The cuts were way too big. The flavor was not quite there. I mean, if you just soy sauced it, I'd be happy with that. Let's go on to the next. We got the deviled eggs. Now, the deviled eggs was an interesting experience because inside that deviled egg yolk part, there is salmon eggs. For those of you that like salmon eggs, this is a treat for you. For me, I don't like salmon eggs. Let's move on to the next order. Was the buns. The buns were awesome, guys. The buns were the best part of the whole meal, in my honest opinion. We had the shrimp buns and the pork buns, and definitely the pork buns did taste much better as far as tasting goes. But the shrimp buns were just as good. I mean, like, it wasn't bad by any means. So the buns, I do give it a very high recommendation. And we go on to the sashimi. The sashimi fish right here was probably the worst plate I've had of sashimi in Vegas. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the sauce or the oil or what, but it was sour, and it just didn't melt in your mouth. It wasn't worth the price. Again, if you're gonna eat sushi here, then just look elsewhere because it was not appetizing. To the oysters, and these are all appetizers, guys. The oysters were good. I liked the oysters quite a bit, but there were so many appetizers that we had to go through. I did eat one of the oysters. They were fantastic. I like oysters cooked or not cooked. I'm an oyster fan. I thought it was good. I was totally okay with, I guess, the stuffing on top. And we go to the entrees. If you look at the ramyun in front of you, this one is the black truffle ramyun before they sprinkle the truffle. This one has a raw egg in it that they crack in front of you. And it actually was the best ramyun of them all that we tried here. But the problem with this ramyun is the price, $58. So the bowl you see in front of you right here, that's $58. Is it worth it? Definitely not. But if you're in the mood to splurge a little, go for it. If you want some money and you want to try it. Actually, this is the best ramen I've tried at MomoFuku, and it was creamy, and it has that very, like, it hides the earthy taste of that black truffle. It's there, but it mixes very well. This is one of those ramens that are definitely like exotic. If you're in the market for exotic ramyun and you have $60 to blow on one bowl, definitely recommend this one. The taste is good. Is it worth the money? It's not. The value is not there. Now, the regular bowls of ramyun, at least the pork ramyun we had right here, if you see this ramyun, this is like I guess what MomoFuku is known for in Las Vegas, was not so good. Not so good. I've eaten so many ramen places, Japanese style ramen places, and this has got to be like in like my bottom 5 favorite ramyuns. It wasn't flavorful. It didn't hit the mark. This next dish has got to be the biggest failure of the night. If not, then there's one more dish that's actually worse than this one. This is the cold noodle bowl. Now, mind you, I was pretty full at this point, and this is what I ordered to eat, but I was pretty full from all the appetizers. The cold noodle was horrible. I mean, the meat was good. I mean, the cashews was a good touch. But again, that same green slimy sauce that was covered over the cucumbers is covered over these green noodles that are hidden under this mess. And it just wasn't good. I took one bite and I put it away. I mean, even if I was hungry, I would have been disappointed with this bowl. I probably wouldn't have touched the noodles at all. I would just eat the cashews and the meat and maybe some of the pieces of greenery there. And we look at the kimchi stew. Now, I'm a Korean fella, so I eat a lot of kimchi stuff. And this is an embarrassment to kimchi stew. First of all, the carrots, why is it there? The soup is bland, and it's not supposed to be bland. If you just add kimchi in water, it would taste better than this. This, in the vote of 5 out of 5 people, has to be the worst dish of the night. The beef katsu, I think this was the beef katsu or the chicken katsu or pork katsu or whatever it was, a katsu. It was basically a deep fried piece of meat that's been battered, and then it's slathered over some gravy. Again, nothing at this restaurant is very authentic. It is a fusion type restaurant, so if you're in the mood for authentic katsu, authentic kimchi stew, or authentic anything, you might not want to come here. But if you're adventurous and want to try something new, something fusion, definitely give this one a try. This is probably one of the best dishes at MomoFuku. Aside from those pork buns, and again, those pork buns for the money was totally not worth it. This, on the other hand, this was worth it. Basically, welcome to the MomoFuku version of country fried steak. That's exactly what that is. Next up we have here is the Wagyu filet. I believe this was $115 plus tax. And it's a very small portion. Now, the big piece up on top, about 70% of that, I one bited that. So I put everything in my mouth. At this point, the Wagyu came out so late that we were all extraordinarily full. Now, if you watch the video here, this is me stuffing roughly 50% of this dish into my mouth. So $60 worth of meat in one bite. And the video does not show it, but after I turn off the camera, after I stop recording, I did spit that piece of meat out. It wasn't anything special. Now I've ate at a teppanyaki place, I believe at Cosmo or Win, I totally forget, but they had Kobe beef there, and that was so delicious. I mean, granted it was $800, but apparently Wagyu is supposed to be a step above that. I have no idea what the heck Wagyu or Kobe or whatever is. I just know that it was very expensive. This one didn't quite hit the mark. It wasn't that good. It just tasted like any other filet mignon. The sashimi that we got was yellowtail. I could see it from the receipt, and I think it was like $21. 21 or 27, I'm not quite sure. Spicy cucumber was $7. Totally not worth the money. I cannot read any more of this receipt. The oysters were good, but was it worth $28? I would have to say nay. Overall, it just didn't feel like a $500 meal. Alright, so the total was $473.70. The tip on top of this cracks it over $500. So it was not worth it at all. I'm so disappointed because I wanted to like it so much. The milk bar that is connected to MomoFuku, again, it's overhyped. A 72 out of 100, which just barely passes, just because the service was so good. My overall score, I do give it a 72. It's definitely like a C minus. If you consider the price, it doesn't even get a letter grade. It's like beyond F for $473.70. I definitely expected much more, if not in quantity, then in taste. Even presentation wise wasn't all that great. By far one of the biggest disappointing restaurants I've been to at the Las Vegas area. And that is all I have, guys. That's all I have for you. Alright, so that's all I have for you today, guys. If you like this really crappy review of a restaurant, please leave a thumbs up, and I will leave you at that. Have a great night. Live well. Laugh more.